The following is an EHC media production.
What is going on, wrestling fans? Moses Marquez here of the RWT Podcast Network, and I'm coming at you with a fresh episode of Smack Talk, Season 2, Episode 3, April 24, 2018. And just like each and every week, I'm going to go through a bit of news before I jump right into SmackDown Live. And the little bit of news is this Friday is the greatest Royal Rumble event from Saudi Arabia. And because it's from Saudi Arabia, we're not going to be able to watch it at normal pay-per-view times. So the unfortunate thing is we will have to watch it Friday if you're on the West Coast at around 9 a.m. or probably when you get off work. And if you're on the East Coast, unless you're off that day, it shows at 12. So it's odd timing, to say the least. And because of it, we're just going to have to, I guess, eat some spoilers before we go home and watch this event. It's a big card. Every male championship is being defended. The Cruiserweight title, both tag titles. SmackDown's live tag titles in a ladder match. You have The Bar versus Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt for the Raw tag team titles, and one team is on SmackDown. I'm hearing that they're already thinking they moved too many teams over, and some team, maybe The Bar, could be moving right back to Monday Night Raw as tag champions, just because, like I said, they felt like SmackDown got too much. And truth be told, they probably did. They seem like the better brand over there. I've said it last week, they don't have as many stars, but it definitely has a better show, and I have not been disappointed with the show. Granted, I'm not a big fan of Big Cat's coming back. I think he's fucking stale. But I'll get more into that later on. And before I jump into my full review, the WWE 205 Live gauntlet match came out with Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali won the match. So, or am I right on that? I'm pretty sure I read it was Mustafa Ali. And, yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, no. Wait, there's a bunch of them. Wait a minute. No, the winner, the man to be taking on Cedric Alexander at the Greatest Royal Rumble is actually Kalisto. I totally jumped the gun. Kalisto, one of the masked warriors, I guess. I see a picture of him standing here next to Grand Metalik. I freaking love this guy. That's the guy that should be in the main event picture because he is amazing. Like, oh my god, he is amazing. But hey, Kalisto versus Cedric Alexander, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good match. I think Cedric is going to take it, though, and that's just my opinion. So, let's jump right on into this. Let's stop wasting some time, and let's get into some SmackDown Live. And SmackDown Live started out just like Monday Night did, with a memorial graphic for Bruno Sammartino. If none of you can remember, sometime last week, I want to say it was either Thursday or Friday, I believe, the one and only great Bruno Sammartino had passed away at the age of 82. I believe that's right. So, of course, we're still going to be doing the whole memorial for him. But out comes The Miz, making his debut to SmackDown Live, coming out, doing Miz TV like always, says that he said he's here to bring back the ratings, and there is something missing, and that something that's missing is his title. And he's going to be fighting for it, or he's going to be going for his 9th title reign. That's what it was. He's going to be going for his 9th title reign at the Greatest Royal Rumble when he takes on Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe what has been announced in Saudi Arabia but has not been confirmed by anybody. I have just seen a promo of it. Bobby Lashley is going to be the mysterious fifth man in that IC title ladder match. I do not expect him to win it, but I think he's going to be a big name in it, so that might help a lot. He introduces his guest as a man who threatened to punch him in the face and a man who demanded that he come out to SmackDown to confront him, and quite frankly, he is surprised. Just a month ago, he welcomed his daughter Morone Sky into existence, and when she opened her eyes for the first time, he was her first impression of this cruel world, and he couldn't even explain it. And it was the happiest day of his life. He knew he was going to be making him a better, and he knew he would be a better man in the end. My apologies for the stumble. He knew all the anger and all the bitterness he felt towards Daniel Bryan would melt away. Shockingly, Bryan didn't feel the same after Birdie Joe was born. He says they have a lot in common. They both have a reality show. They are both masterful in-ring technicians. He's full of shit. But the difference is when Miz became a father, he knew he had to change and be better. So if Daniel Bryan wants to punch me in the face, then come on down here and punch me in the face. Time goes by. No Daniel Bryan, but instead out comes the returning Big Cass, the quote-unquote 7-footer, as he takes his time on top of the ramp, putting on his jacket, putting on a watch. I gotta look nice for Miz TV because apparently this is a real talk show. Whatever. Cass comes down to the ring and says nobody cares about Daniel Bryan. He had a career-threatening injury, sure, but I myself was on the shelf for 7 months working 24/7 to do what I had to do to get back here. And the day he was cleared, who else was cleared? Daniel Bryan. I'm going to stop myself right there because the fact of the matter is Daniel Bryan was cleared for WrestleMania, dickhead, okay? He was cleared for WrestleMania. You came back 2 weeks after WrestleMania. You guys did not return at the same time. You just showed up during the height of his fucking return. Dumbass. That line made me mad. Big Cass says, not everything is about the Miz, and the A-lister drops a who do you think you are? And do you know who I am? Before running his accolades down to Big Cass and what he's done lately. And like he's asked Big Cass, like, what have you done lately other than hobble around with a bum knee? Big Cass offers to shut him up for good, and the Mig begs off, saying it's not about them. It's about It's about the Daniel Bryans of the world. And then, of course, Big Cass goes on this Batista-like rant about Daniel Bryan, the average guy. What is he doing in the WWE? He doesn't belong here. He should be, picking up my trash. But yet, every Tuesday night, I see this trash man on WWE SmackDown Live rather than, the guy picking up my trash. He said that, they were both, that he was the little guy and he took all of his beatings and he worked the indie scene and bingo halls and went to Japan. And he had to do all that to get to the WWE. But Big Cass didn't have to do that because he's tall, he's educated, and he's damn good looking. And that is how and why he was brought to the WWE, unlike Daniel Bryan, who had to work and strive for that, going through the indies and all that other stuff. Cass mocks the yes chant and walks away. I mean, this was an okay promo. Like I said, this felt like it was Batista all over again trying to bury Daniel Bryan. It wasn't that big of a fucking deal. I personally was like, yeah, whatever, dude, get the hell out of my way. Like, you're annoying. So, we go backstage and we have Asuka and Becky Lynch walking alongside, and as they run into Daniel Bryan on the floor in pain as he's being checked on by referees and medics as he's taken to the back. I'll give you one guess who took him out. Anyway, so commentary gives us an update on Daniel Bryan, saying he's being taken to the trainer's room for evaluation. The Iconics with two eyes are in the ring, microphones in each hand. Billy Kay's starting off talking about how they look good before Becky stuck her nose in where it didn't belong. And that's an avenue for Peyton Royce to mockingly impersonate Becky because she's just doing the thing. I'm Becky Lynch. It's kind of funny. It's like, these girls are awesome. I'm so glad they're up here This is awesome. They do this quick little promo. They call Asuka the Empress of yesterday, and they themselves are the future. Out come Becky and Asuka. We head to commercial break, come back. Match goes kind of back and forth. Asuka's in control on Royce, makes a tag to Lynch. Peyton with a forearm and a mat slam. Becky bridges out into a cover, only a 2 count. Kick to the midsection, whip reverse, drop down, leapfrog. Flying forearm to from the last kicker into the corner. Jockeying for position. Springboard kick right into the exploder suplex, and Royce tags Kay in. Drop toe hold, dragging her up. Arm wringer from Billy Kay, choking her in the ropes, and a cover comes up empty. Tag back in Peyton. And they both double team Lynch, arm wrench, elbows to the bicep, quick tag back, axe kick to the arm, and Kay puts the boots into the corner. Arm bar. She can't quite take Becky all the way down and has to settle for a short whip into the corner. They're taunting Asuka. Asuka gets given enough time to get her boot up. Double clothesline, and both women are down. Tags made. Asuka's in with a hot quick tag. Ducks a lariat, clears the apron. Pass to the side, big drop kick. She runs into an elbow. And catches a kick into the and turns it into an ankle lock. Billy tries to stop her. Becky intervenes. Leg trap German right into a running hip attack. Tag to Becky Lynch. Double whip. Double hip toss. Sliding knee. Turning leg drop. Asuka runs Kay off, but Peyton rams Becky into Asuka, allowing her to be isolated. Lynch throwing forearms. A hard whip. Backdrop up over the apron. Fighting 2-on-1 into the post. And then, of course, with a quick schoolboy and Peyton Royce's feet on the ropes, the Iconics pick up the win against Asuka and Becky Lynch in what was kind of just a back-and-forth match. And, of course, the Iconics are celebrating like they won the goddamn women's tag team championships that don't exist. They're just beyond excited. But, hey, they're getting wins. They're from NXT. I dig it. So, Renee Young is standing outside Champion Man's office promising updates on Daniel Bryan when AJ Styles comes out. Says he's happy because he's just 3 days away from getting his hands on Shinsuke Nakamura. But tonight there's an opportunity to soften him up just a little. Shinsuke is a con artist and brought Rusev Day along as partners, but AJ isn't fighting alone. He's got a 6-man tag set up with his partners, and those partners just so happen to be too sweet, baby. Commentary hype up the greatest Royal Rumble because, we're just a week away, and now all of a sudden we're hyping it up? Son of a gun. We get a quick little vignette. Andrade Cien and Selena Vega will be coming soon to SmackDown Live. My guess is they're going to finish the tapings, NXT tapings, and then after the NXT tapings are over, we might quite possibly see Andrade on SmackDown. So we head to the back where we have a locker room segment where the Usos are chatting in the locker room when Naomi rocks up to talk to Jimmy. He wants her to promise her that she's not going to come down like she did last week, but she's not having it. She trusts him and says, all right. They go in for a kiss and continue to say that they love each other, all this and that. They're just got each other's back because that's what a real relationship is all about. So then we get Eric Rowan versus Jimmy Uso. Rowan out of the gates with a huge boot, clubbing blow, a headbutt, chokes Jimmy against the rope until the referee breaks it up. Cheap shot from Harper. Jay tries to dive onto him and gets taken out. Jimmy back in. A suicide dive for Eric Rowan, but he gets caught, float over, puts him into the post. Headed around, kick to the side of the head on the apron, up, dive, crossbody, and it's not enough. Super kick connects up top, but Rowan shoves him off so hard he goes face first into the padded barricade and sold it well. Eric tries, here comes Rowan, getting the full head of speed, comes in with a big old shoulder block, or I guess side tackle, whatever the heck you want to call it, whatever Bray Wyatt does, similar move. Looked like he just destroyed him. Scooping him onto his shoulder, and he freezes because Naomi's music hits, and Naomi is just kind of like dancing all the way down, shaking her butt, and the whole 9 yards, and I'm pretty sure that's what, mesmerized him. She got a huge butt. It was definitely the butt, folks. The butt is what got the Bludgeon Brothers. They want to add one more B to their BB, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, and that was just enough Jay takes out Harper with a running super kick, and then Jimmy hits another running super kick, and then 1, 2, 3 with a schoolboy quick win. Jimmy Uso picking up a upset victory over Eric Rowan. Almost said Luke Harper. And then, of course, we have to finish off tonight with the 6-man tag, and the announcers let us know. But before we do that, we have a contract signing hosted by Renee Young. It's going to be the SmackDown Live Women's Champion, Carmella, and she comes out to do a contract signing with Charlotte Flair. Carmella wants to address something. That's that she's our champion, and we'll never know what it's like to be have a champion like her. Last week, she gave us the celebration and played a beautiful highlight reel of all of her incredible accomplishments. But this was over. She didn't get, when this was over, she didn't get a standing ovation. And again, she complains about disrespect. So she kind of makes the rules around here. She's going to play the highlight reel again, except this time when it's over, she expects the ovation she deserves. She doesn't get the standing ovation after the video plays. Carmella says that's not good enough, and she says that she's going to play it again, and this time, for real, stand up and cheer. The video package plays again, and this time Charlotte's entrance interrupts her. She takes a seat as Carmella waves the title in her face. Renee repeatedly insists that the champion is being professional and taking a seat, and eventually she does. A smile slowly draws on Flair's face as she turns and signs the contract and drops a woo, and then smashing Carmella's face into the table. Of course, table flip, kicks, the whole nine. That was that. We head backstage. It was an interesting thing. I don't care. I don't need a contract signing from Carmella and Charlotte. It's Carmella and Charlotte. I don't care about Carmella. I barely care about Charlotte, and you're just killing it more. And they killed it just that much more because Carmella signed her contract during the commercial break. We come back, we have Shelton Benjamin waiting in the ring, and Jeff Hardy makes his entrance only to be cut off by Randy Orton. Holy but geez, they flip-a-floppy this time. So we got Randy Orton taking on Shelton Benjamin in what I thought was a pretty dang good match. It was the longest match of the night, I think minus the main event. Collar and elbow tie-up. Benjamin backs Orton into the ropes. They force the break. Back to the lockup. Shelton picks the leg, and again, Randy's in the corner, and he forces another break side headlock. The Viper tries to pry the Gold Standard's hands apart by shooting him off. Shoulder block, drop down, leapfrog. Catches the boot. Returned, reverse roundhouse ducked, RKO blocked, and it's on a stalemate, feeling like an indie show around here. Countering your moves as you counter my moves. So, Benjamin strikes into the corner. Orton fights back with uppercuts. Shelton slips onto the floor, setting up a hangman DDT. It's blocked. Benjamin wrenches his arm through the ropes. Club to the back, kicks to the midsection, all while Randy's hanging in the ropes, and he finishes with a knee trembler to send him back into the ring as we go to break. Back from commercial, Benjamin is in control with a reverse chin lock, like how you normally go to, come back from commercial. It's a fucking rest hold. Orton fights out with elbows and a headbutt, but takes the reverse roundhouse and gets laid out for a near fall. Back suplex gets the Viper into it. Ducks a lariat, snap, scoop, power slam. Wrist lock kicks into the ropes and then hits the hangman DDT. Randy Orton goes to that special place and Shelton rolls out of the ring, being very, very smart. Orton follows, smashing his face into the ring and throws him into Hardy, who's at ringside. Before thinking better of it, he hitting the back suplex into the announcer's table back inside the ring. A man in a mask tears off, takes Jeff out at the knees. This luchador jumps into the ring, and Randy Orton's like, "Who the hell are you, little man?" Takes off his mask, and it's Sunil Singh. Excuse me. It is Sunil Singh. RKO to Sunil Singh. Randy Orton turns around. Boom! Shelton Benjamin hits pay dirt and picks up the victory. Shelton Benjamin walks back as everybody is kind of just dead. Everybody's dead on the ground. It's kind of funny. New Day are backstage celebrating the launch of the Book of Booty with pancakes, Bootios, as its time-honored tradition. Xavier Woods offers a toast when the bar rolls up, Sheamus saying after tonight they won't be seeing them again because they're going to win the Raw Tag Team titles and head back to Monday nights. He says the competition on SmackDown just doesn't stack up, and the New Day stops Cesaro from dropping their catchphrase until they come back and drop it anyway, blowing out the candles as they walk off with a handful of pancakes. So he goes up to him and he's just like, "We're not the bar." He's like, we don't just set the bar, we are the bar. There goes your stupid fucking pancakes. Like, it was whatever. I don't know why they're doing comedy with these guys, but hey. So we're in front of the trainer's room, but before we go into the trainer's room, we get another vignette for the NXT call-ups being Sanity, and they're coming soon. So, again, in front of the trainer's room, Renee Young interviews Daniel Bryan with a huge ice pack strapped. He looks like when he was WrestleMania 30. Everything's just taped up. He got beaten up pretty bad. He says he'll be good to go for the greatest Royal Rumble, and he's recovered from a lot worse. He says Big Cass attacked him. He talked to Paige, and he got a match against him at Backlash, where he's going to show Big Cass that everybody is the same size when they're on the mat and tapping out. We go to a Samoa Joe promo, and boy, does Samoa Joe just know how to kill some guys. Cuts this promo about how no one is safe. When ladders are at his disposal, he's going to end Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and The Miz on Friday. The match is merely a formality. The title is already mine, and he is going to sit back and watch Roman Reigns get massacred by Brock Lesnar. And if he somehow survives and wins at Backlash, I'll take the Universal title too. Believe that. And then he walks away as the club, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows make their entrance. And then out comes AJ Styles and the boys, Too Sweet Me Boys, are back together in the middle of the ring. I apologize. I've got just like the gnarliest running nose. Allergies suck. Let me tell you. So we head back, everybody's in the ring. Nakamura with the badass intro music. I'm loving the Japanese rap, dude. Dig it. I like how it's like grittier. The song, it still has like that same awesome violin feel, but it's just fucking gritty now. It's like, I'm fucking heel when I fucking rack your nuts because I'm a heel. Nutshot. Anyway. I'm sorry. I'm loving heel Shinsuke. It's so great. It's like over the top heel. Like, he was a good heel. Like, he was a good bad guy in New Japan. But like, this is kind of like taking it over the top. I think this is awesome what he's doing right here. So, of course, Nakamura and Styles started off keeping their distance. And then before they even get together, Aiden English gets a tag. AJ knocks him off the apron. Slings AJ back in. Smashes him in the corner. Tags in Gallows. Body blows. Big Hoot tags in Carl Anderson tagged to AJ Styles. Snapmare. Sliding elbow into a kip up and a quick tag back to Luke. Corner elbow tag to Carl. Bicycle kick connects. Rusev runs in and they run him off. Two sweets in the air as we go to break. Too sweet me, bro. Back from commercial. Rusev tags in. Tag to Styles. In with the Styles rush. He clears the apron, but Nakamura ducks. Hits a plancha. Stops himself just short. Rusev takes advantage and hits the Machka kick. Tagged English. He puts the boot to the WWE champion and grabs a reverse chinlock to grind him down. Nakamura finally in. Kicks to the chest, drawing him up by the arm, and Rusev tags him himself back in for a stomp. Body slam off the ropes. With an elbow drop, only good for a 2 count. Tagged in English. He whips him into the corner and takes Styles' legs out from underneath him for another 2 count. English goes to the ropes, goes to the reverse chinlock. AJ breaks it up with elbows. Aiden off the ropes, gets caught by a huge drop kick. Rusev in, gets hit with a Pele kick. Styles crawls and is able to make the tag to Luke Gallows. In with lariats, nobody clears the apron. Stinger splash, kick to the ribs. Pump handle slam, and the Big Hoot is fired up. off the ropes, big splash, only good for a 2 count when Rusev jumps in to break it up. Pass Anderson into the corner, tag made, English on the apron, super kicked off Nakamura's legal. Oh yeah, super kicked off, but Nakamura's legal and kicks Gallows' knee out from under him as they pick up the win. Rusev Day, Shinsuke Nakamura defeating the team of the Club, AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows. AJ Styles attacks Nakamura immediately after the match, hits the Styles Rush, cuts him off with the low blow. He lines the champion up for a Kinshasa, but Anderson comes in and legit takes a fucking bullet for AJ. If you've ever seen a movie where it's like, you're not gonna, like, somebody's gonna get shot and they're like, no, and the dude fucking jumps in front of it, that's what this was. He came in ready to kill AJ with this Kinshasa, and I'm fucking talking ready to kill him, and in comes Carl Anderson for the save. That's a brother right there, bro. That's a brother. But you know what? Shinsuke realizes, okay, you want to get in this? You want to get in this? Boom! Hits another Kinshasa, and he walks away because AJ is too hurt to do anything. And what I thought was an awesome match. Shinsuke is celebrating as he goes up to the ramp with his new intro music. I would sing some of it, but I don't know Japanese. So, like I said, that's that, guys. It was a good show. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good show. It's definitely building up till this Friday. It's kind of already starting to build towards Backlash, and we do know that all pay-per-views are going to be co-branded. So there's going to be some good stuff coming up in Backlash. On Backlash, and of course, hopefully Friday is going to be a good show as well. Oh, I had to get away from the mic for that one. So I mean, like I said, guys, this was SmackDown Live. It was a good show. It was worth a watch. Some parts you could have skipped, and but truth be told, sometimes I think that's almost every episode of SmackDown Live. I'm a little disappointed that none of the NXT talent is up yet, but at the same time, like I said, I think they got to finish their tapings, be better off that way. As for anything else, like this Shinsuke Nakamura AJ Styles feud, it's just getting better and better and better and better, and hopefully it comes to a head in Saudi Arabia, but I doubt it because it's such a good feud. I think they're going to milk it for a while. They may even give Shinsuke the title. That might be cool. I wouldn't mind him winning it in a heelish, manner, like boom, he low blows AJ, boom, Kinshasa, and now AJ's chasing the heel Nakamura. I think that would be kick fucking ass. So I've been kind of dragging on a little bit. So what I am going to let you guys know is there's all kinds of stuff going on here in the RWT podcast world. When NXT went up, check out last week's episode. Last week's episode was awesome. My man Brian Green burying the shit out of EC3. Just, God, was it awesome. He's so funny, dude. Like, my man Brian, dude, if you guys need a good laugh in the morning at the expense of some wrestlers, listen to Win NXT, because he buries these guys like Triple H buried every young talent that ever came by him when he was in his prime. It's just so good, guys. It's just so good. Give Brian a listen. Of course, we have Emir Blackbane Costello with the RWT podcast. Guys, Shazza McKenzie, that episode's up there. We know Mickey Gall's coming soon. And for your boy, who's going to be presenting the Mojo Show, with my interview with Sammy Guevara happening later on this week, probably tomorrow, and I'm going to edit it and hopefully have it up by the weekend for you guys. So again, for those who do not know Sammy Guevara, PWG fame, Mr. Money's-worth, if you will, won his 2 matches over the weekend for PWG. He also did a little sit-in protest, saying he knows he's great, he knows how good he is, and everybody loves him, and he's not leaving the ring until he gets a title shot. He was booed out of the building, ladies and gentlemen. But speaking of the PWD title matches, Walter has defeated Keith Lee in a triple threat match. I forgot who the third guy was. I think it was like it was Jonah Rock. That's who it was, Jonah Rock, to win the PWG championship. And for those who are following close attention to the independent scene, Keith Lee has lost every single one of his titles on his way to losing the PWG World Heavyweight Championship. So he was offered, and so was Walter, a WWE NXT contract, and it looks like he may have accepted it, as I'm sure we're going to be seeing Keith Lee in NXT here sometime soon. And we can all bask in his glory because he's that awesome. So, guys, I'm going to stop jabberjawing here. I'm going to let you go. This was a quicker episode of mine, not going to drag it out too long. Saved you a few minutes so you don't have to listen to me for a whole half an hour. Or maybe it is, huh? I'll start adding some music and stuff. Anyway, I want to go ahead and I want to thank everybody just for listening. Thanks for giving me your time. And I'll come at you next week with a new episode of Smack Talk. I'm also working on a fresh episode of the Major League Show. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to take every single title defense working up to Wrestling Tutaku, and I'm going to give you a full-blown review on that. And then when Wrestling Tutaku happens, we're going to get a review on that as well. So, again, thank you guys for listening. I will catch you around the bend, boys and girls. Catch us here on the RWT Podcast Network, on YouTube, on Facebook. We're everywhere, guys. I will catch you later. Peace out.